Hey YouTube, Gundam here. Welcome back to Star Trek Online. This is going to be a video showcasing the visuals of the 2 Dreadnought Cruisers and 2 Heavy Destroyers in Star Trek Online. Hopefully this will be, at least some of this will be used by Trekyards, but first I wanted to show something of a variant of the Odysseys. This variant is the Sojourner with the assimilated console. However, what I wanted to mention was this section here on the back, which that's kind of, you can see this section on the back. I'll just turn towards the sun. The section on the back here, this was empty because it was just showing off the ship. What this is here that is an Aquarius escort. You can actually obtain them and fly them in the game if you get it. Where is it? Here it is. This launches an Aquarius escort, which is smaller than the Defiant. Where do you go? He's all the way back there. It is much smaller than the Defiant, but its engine nacelles can close in. I'm just gonna get the visuals without this. Hang on. Of it going back in. There we go. So, yes, it is capable of going back in, and this is a nice sauce for separation, because awesome. So, that is just what I wanted to show about this, the fact that it has both sauce for separation and that with work beads, but there's nothing really used on them. But that is what this area in the back is for an Aquarius escort. Now, I'm going to take a little look at 3 different versions of the Dreadnought Cruiser. The first one is the standard that everyone knows. If I can find it, I have a lot of ships. There it is. Okay. Now this, I believe, has been unmodified. It was heavily modified, but isn't anymore. Huge amount of escape pods on this thing. I think it's kind of ridiculous with how many escape pods there are, but that's just what they did. So that's a lot of ships over there. Let's get rid of that. This is how it is. This does look big enough for a shuttle bay. On the back here, just saying. I do agree with Captain Foley that the cannon is a bit much. However, this is the base Galaxy version. There is a pair of other versions. This is the Galaxy. This one is the Yamato Dreadnought Cruiser version, not Galaxy. About the same size for the primary cannon, but it seems a little thinner. Well, I do like that. So this is the Yamato Dreadnought Cruiser, and it looks like there are areas for 2 shuttle bays there this time around. And yes, these ships have cannons. In fact, these things on top are supposed to be the cannons, not mega phasers. Those are different. Now the third, I have to switch to my other character. Right, this version of the ship is the Venture refit upgraded skin texturing. So this elongation here is of the Venture reskin. The Venture class is a variant of the Galaxy class, and it's nice for reasons. Customized deflector and a very, very small phaser lance, but the neck bulges out the most here and then drops down all the way here. Venture only. The green that you can see and the red hiding on the bottom are my own personal skin choices of colors on this ship. The green and red are my own skin choices. That's just me, and it's only on this character, not others. Although this does have something nice, which I can put on the other one, but I did not. What it is A9, it looks like. Yep. Chevron separation. Makes it a lot more mobile. So there's that. Get back here. It just barely fits. Alright, now I gotta go back to my other character to show the two destroyers, and that is the main point of the video. I just want to show this to dissipate some arguments. Hopefully all of this is canon, I don't know. Also, shuttle bay is really big. Right, so there's the gearing. That's my one Heavy Destroyer Manticore class. The other Heavy Destroyer is the Yukon, which is the Chimera class. This is tier 5, not 6. This is something I wanted to show. I know it happens on the Manticore. I'm not sure about the Chimera, but oh yeah, did you see that? I'm not so sure if you saw it. It was pretty quick. What happened was the nacelles had closed together and came together up and down. They had fused top to bottom and had also squeezed in for warp. That is something. So yes, in Star Trek Online, it is a very fat ship on the bottom. Just lower the nacelles or reduce this or both, you're good. Now, this is the Chimera, not the Manticore. This is tier 5, not tier 6. And it is still pretty good. It doesn't have the saucer on the top. That's how you can tell the difference between the two. But the deployment system of the Phaser Lotus is what I'm going to show a little bit about here. What the heck? So let's take a look at the Phaser Lotus deployment. A lot is going to happen. A whole lot is going to happen. 3, 2, 1. So, this and that go down. This all sticks out. This also goes down. Some stuff happens on the bottom. And then this sticks out for it. Now, I'm going to do it in reverse for the top view. Alright, now how long do I have to wait for cooldown? 15 seconds, okay. That's good because I want to get repeated of this to show the deployment system in multiple different lightings because of where the star is. So, get it from here next. Just wait a few seconds and should be good now. So this black ring goes down, these stick out, then this comes down with this sticking out, and these go there. Then they go back in. Oh, and this also, that's why it has to be so fat. Did you see that? I didn't even notice that before. I have to wait another about 15 seconds and I'll show you again. Make sure to keep an eye on the engine nacelles. But keep an eye on the nacelles. So I have it level here. And keep an eye on the nacelle location compared to where the cursor is, and keep an eye on this. Alright, keep an eye on the main deflector. So look at where my cursor is. I'm not going to move it. And watch the deflector. 3, 2, 1. You see that? First, the nacelles go far lower. Second, this whole segment here is attached to the deflector. And it goes way down like that. Which is why they call this tactical mode instead of science mode. So now in reverse, and there we are. I'm going to do it once more from the rear. Double shuttle bait. But I didn't even know that it covered it up. So that's why it's so big, because this whole mid segment here comes down. So, from the rear, wait for it. Alright. Yeah, whoever worked on this put a lot of effort into it. The problem is, as you saw with here, we'll see again on my gearing the Manticore, of the problem. I was hoping we would get to see the nacelles. Watch the nacelles. Watch the nacelles. It was a horrible view, but if you did see it, it showed this was covering over here and they were together. So this is the other one. This is the Manticore. You can tell from the extra light there and the bit here, and the nacelles are different. So the one where the nacelles were closer together, that's when it's at warp. It's like the Intrepid, something happens with the nacelles when at warp. Now, again, if you watch this area here in particular, right around here, to show how this goes down and out, you will see about dying crew members. So, did you see it? Look at this. It actually goes into the structure, but this goes down before this goes out, and this is pretty much pure hull plating. So, that's pure plating, which means the crew in there is screwed. A lot happens when you activate this ability. By the way, for those who wonder, both the Chimera and Manticore Heavy Destroyers are only available for lifetime subscribers, or those who have spent literally about 1,000 days of premium time, which is, I'm not sure how much per week, but it's not cheap. I simply got a lifetime sub. So again, in the back, a lot happens when you do this. Let's get more in the light. Oh, this view. Don't really show what happens, but this view should. So there we go. The visuals of Manticore and that. In case you can't tell, I am not very good at making my own videos. So, also, this is extended, and the shuttle bay is all the way back there instead of on the Chimera. That's just something. All right. Venture reskin of Galaxy Dreadnought Cruiser. You have to obtain the Galaxy Dreadnought Cruiser and the Venture version to get this particular skin. The main cannon is actually quite small. Okay, so I wanted to see what it looks like when you're fighting, but apparently for warp, it actually extends these, pulls them together, and I think it goes up for warp, not down. I want to show the Phaser Lotus during combat. And what better way than Federation Fleet Alert? Goodbye. Pretty sure this is not to scale, because if this is to scale, this thing's quite comparable to the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure that's not to scale, but it's still cool regardless. Let's try this out. Whoopsies. So this will be the standard Galaxy Dreadnought Spinal Lance, which is a lot chunkier than Venue. This is the Yamato's Spinal Lance against some Hunter Escort stuff, cruisers, for visual reference. There you go. Couple big hits. Chimera Destroyer with Phaser Lotus. Make sure it's in range of both of them. And fire. And let's put it away. Okay. The visuals of the Manticore Heavy Destroyer using its Phaser Lotus. I don't think I'm in range of that guy. I must. So, in conclusion, yes, I have a slight speech impediment, but in conclusion, Star Trek Online is awesome. The Chimera and the Manticore are incredibly overpowered, even compared to the Spinal Lance of the other Dreadnought Cruisers. And this ship, named Digisus Imputicus, which there should be a space here, but this is literally as big as you can make it. Want to wish you all a pleasant day. Outro! So, while I'm making this, I've noticed something. so I can hear myself talk. This is the cooperative flagship. Some people were mentioning this. The Borg Cooperative is the liberated Borg in the later years, and this is their flagship. I did not know about it. I'm in the Jarleth system. Uh-oh. That cube blew up, but there's another one definitely over there. So, yeah. This is the Borg Cooperative, who are free of the actual Borg. And apparently this is the front over here, and that's the back. Okay.